dragon's eggs, Daenerys, and the Shadowlands beyond Asshai. Ages have turned them to stone, but they will always be beautiful.
Thank you, Magister.
Have you ever seen a dragon?
Dragon gone, Khaleesi?
Everywhere? Even in the east?
No dragon. Brave men kill them.
The dragons come from the moon.
The moon?
He told me the moon was an egg. One wandered too close to the sun and it cracked from the heat. Out of it poured 1,000 dragons, and they drank the sun's fire.
Moon is goddess, wife of sun. Why did the trader from Karth tell you these stories?
Men like to talk when they're happy.
How old were you?
I was 9 when my mother sold me to the pleasure house.
9?
I did not touch a man for 3 years, Khaleesi.
Can you teach me how to make the Khal happy?
Yes.
Will it take 3 years?
Khaleesi!
You're hurt.
She truly is a queen today. They don't belong to you.
Whatever is hers is also mine. If I sell 1 egg, I'll have enough to buy a ship. 2 eggs, a ship, and an army.
And you have all 3.
I need a large army. Who can rule without wealth or fear or love? You stand there all nobility and honor. You don't think I see you looking at my little sister? I don't care. You can have her. But let me go.
You can go. You can't have the eggs.
Does loyalty mean nothing to you?
It means everything to me.
And yet here you stand.
And yet here I stand. Sell them. You can return to the free cities and live as a wealthy woman for all your days.
They were not given to me to sell.
I am the dragon's daughter, and I swear to you that those who would harm you will die screaming.
What did your brother say about them, Khaleesi?
He said they meet. My brother didn't know anything about dragons. He didn't know anything about anything. Eh. She was Drogo's first gift to me.
I remember.
I promised to protect them.
You must be their strength.
As you are mine. Does it ever end?
This is further east than I've ever been. But yes, Khaleesi, everything ends, even the Red Waste.
And you're sure there's no other way?
So we go west to the Dothraki Sea. The first Khalasar we meet will kill us and take your dragons.
No one will take my dragons. Shirakalo, Shirago, Shikavaro. Vishiarave Kishiam. May I dotre teeth, may I vasha teeth, may I hasha teeth.
He'll be able to feed himself from now on. He loves you.
And the Copper King offers me a single ship on the condition that I lie with him for a night.
When I came to this city, I had nothing. Truly, nothing. I slept by the docks. Today, I am the richest man in Karth. Do you think the path from poverty to wealth is always pure and honorable? And here I am, with no regrets.
Bar the gates! Ring the bell! Slowly, Khaleesi!
Where are they? Where are my dragons?
No one is calling you a thief.
Who is she to accuse us?
Please, they're my children. I'm begging you.
Without me, the dragons will die.
It will be for the best. Your dragons will bring the world nothing but death and misery, my dear.
Mother of Dragons is in the right. She must be reunited with her babies. I will take you to the House of the Undying, where I have put them. When I learned you were coming to our city, I made an arrangement with the King of Karth. He procured them for me.
Karth cannot remain the greatest city that ever was if it refuses to change. I will open Karth to the world.
3 dragons the size of cats and an alliance with a charlatan do not make you a king.
Those on the margins often come to control the center, and those in the center make room for them.
The Mother of Dragons will be with her babies. She will give them her love. Forever. The dragons wait for you in the House of the Undying.
Careful, Khaleesi. Zara owns this city, and the warlocks have 1,000 eyes watching for you. A ship with a good captain. She leaves for Astapor tomorrow.
Astapor,
We cannot stay here.
they have my dragons.
They call you the Mother of Dragons, and I know you love them, but you didn't grow them in your womb. They didn't suckle at your breast. They are dragons, Khaleesi. And if we stay in Karth, we'll die. You know I would die for you. I will never abandon you. I'm sworn to protect you, to serve.
Then serve me.
And take me there.
That's what the warlock wants. He told you so himself. If you enter that place, you will never leave again.
You saw me step into the fire. You watched the witch burn. What did the flames do to me? Do you remember? They are my children. And they are the only children I will ever have.
They miss their mother. They want to be with you. Do you want to be with them? When your dragons were born, our magic was born again. It is strongest in their presence, and they are strongest in yours. Just 1,000 seasons, you will be with them, and we will be with you until time comes to an end. Welcome home, Daenerys Stormborn.
This is not my home. My home is across the sea where my people are waiting for me.
Dracarys.
Khaleesi, please. You said you'd never leave Karth alive.
Come. Nothing. Thank you, Zara Zoan Doxos. Thank you for teaching me this lesson.
I'm the King of Karth. I can help you now. Truly help you. We can take the Iron Throne. I'll bring you 1,000 shares.
It's all a lie.
Looks real enough to me. Real enough to buy a ship.
Aye. A small ship. Masodrai Moveki Voskai! Growing fast.
I can't wait that long. I need an army.
Oh. Did this one's ears mishear, Your Grace?
They did not.
There are 8,000 Unsullied in Astapor. Is this what you mean by all?
Yes. 8,000. And the ones still in training as well.
They cannot sell half-trained boys.
I will have them all or take none. Many will fall in battle. I'll need the boys to pick up the swords.
A ship will buy you 100 Unsullied. The gold you have left is worth 10. But good Master Krasnys will give you 20. The Dothraki you have are not worth what they cost to feed. But Master Krasnys will give you 3 Unsullied. How you propose to pay for the remaining 7,877 Unsullied?
I have dragons. I'll give you one.
Dragon.
One.
Two.
One.
Vaja.
They want the biggest one.
Done.
Done.
I'll take you as well. Now. You be Master Krasny's gift to me.
A dragon is worth more than any army. Aegon Targaryen proved that.
If you ever question me in front of strangers again, you'll be advising someone else.
The Master says they are untested. You would be wise to blood them early.
Is it done then? They belong to me.
You hold the whip.
Doageris! Naidon mevatas!
Vidito magis!
Zadrizes buzdaris cosdao.
Alire?
Nige Daenerys gel masmo en Targaryen lentrat. En Valeria wepoanagarixan. Valeria munioengos nuhis isa. Axia osentas, menti osentas. Kiloni pilos luevale torgi. Dracarys.
Now comes the noble Razdal no Eras. of that ancient and honorable house to offer terms of peace.
Ancient and glorious is Yunkai. Our empire was old. Before dragons, we shall find no easy conquest here, Khaleesi.
Good.
'Tis true, you have committed savageries in Astapor, but the Yunkai are a forgiving and generous people. There is far more than this awaiting you on the deck of your ship. All we ask is that you make use of these ships. Sail them back to Westeros where you belong.
I have a gift for you as well. Your life.
My life.
And the lives of your wise masters, but you will release every slave in Yunkai. Reject this gift, and I shall show you no mercy.
You swore me safe conduct.
I did. Bet my dragons made no promises. You gave it to me, remember? And I shall put it to good use. You'd be wise to do the same with my gift to you. Now get out.
Will come, Your Grace. When they're ready.
People learn to love their chains.
Misa!
Misa!
What does it mean? This is old Kiskadi, Khaleesi. It means mother. It's all right. These people won't hurt me. Sylvatis. Yine Trivagon.
They could never be tamed. Not even by their mother.
He is a goat herd. It was your dragons, he says. They came this morning for his flock, but now he has nothing.
Tell this man I am sorry for his hardship. See, he has paid their value 3 times over.
My father one of Myreen's most respected and beloved citizens, oversaw the restoration and maintenance of its greatest landmarks.
I'd be honored to meet him.
You have, Your Grace. You crucified him.
Your father crucified innocent children.
My father spoke out against crucifying those children.
I am sorry you no longer have a father, but my treatment of the Masters was no crime. You'd be wise to remember that.
My father and 162 noble Myronese are still nailed to those posts, carrion for vultures. Your Grace, I ask that you order these men taken down so that they might receive proper burials.
And what of the slave children these noble Myronese crucified?
I can only speak to you as a son who loved his father. Let me take his body down.
Bury your father. Stars Aurora. Approach, my friend. He came from the sky, the black one. Came from the sky and... Little girl. Sir drogon da tokstaur.
Utis fiorinelli seva hojauga vori zobri haritovis konia.
Cavalleria ti inni animas abas. Viserion? Rhaegal? Easy, easy. Up the leaders of each of Marie's great families and bring them to me. Kivisu. Dari Drevi. Imelux vestretan separ. Sepa Javireni. Inodranya dat. Don't want to overfeed them. Tomorrow, perhaps.
follow me. Protect your queen!
We have to go home. Does it hurt? Can you take me back to Marine? How far did you carry me?
We need to return. My people need me.
Well, there's no food. At the very least, you could hunt us some supper.
What about the dragons? We have 2 of them here, beneath the pyramid.
They are not eating. They haven't touched any food since Queen Daenerys left.
Dragons do not do well in captivity.
How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink, and I know things. I started chaining them up in pens. A few generations later, the last dragons were no larger than cats. Missandei, how many times were you in the company of these dragons?
Many times.
Dragons are intelligent. More intelligent than men, according to some maesters. They have affection for their friends. I am their friend.
Do they know that?
They will. I'm here to help. Don't eat the help. When I was a child, an uncle asked what gift I wanted for my name day. My father told me the last dragon had died, but here you are.
Next time I have an idea like that, punch me in the face.
Trakoi. Hanna bobo kak sendo trakoi. Hanna kak ierie. Sana lierua ei Haleon. Rei ha paretereon. Seri vajira hashi sandale. Tinajo Michal drogo asas koi me hasati. Shira kiviti hira svaso. Rasieri manha.
Wrong, I admit it.
That changes nothing.
The Unsullied could mount a defense off the beachhead if the slavers'
No more
forces...
talking from you. Your talking gave us this.
What should the army do?
We will not go to the beach. If we go to the beach, the masters will take the pyramid. The pyramid is the only place in the city we can defend. We stay here.
And then? Despite appearances, I think you'll find the city's on the rise.
The city's on the rise?
Marine is strong. Commerce has returned to the markets. The people are behind you. The masters cannot let Marine succeed. Because if Marine succeeds, it proves that no one needs a master.
Good. I will set their fleets afire. Kill every last one of their soldiers.
You once told me you knew what your father was. Did you know his plans for King's Landing when the Lannister armies were at his gates? Well, he told my brother, and Jaime told me. He had caches of wildfire hidden under the Red Keep. He would have burned every one of his citizens.
This is entirely different.
We're talking about destroying cities. I'd like to suggest an alternate approach.
Flee Slavers Bay on foot. Like the beggar queen you are.
We are here to discuss terms of surrender, not to trade insults.
The Unsullied you stole from Krasny's Mona Kloss will remain to be sold again to the highest bidder. The dragons beneath the Great Pyramid will be slaughtered.
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We're here to discuss your surrender.
Your reign is over.
My reign has just begun.
simorgolejo. Aiske zi skodo os bilive zi simorgolesi, jim sidori. Jajalen tot.
Thank you for the armada. Our queen does love ships. Though our queen does have a forgiving nature, this cannot be forgiven.
Our queen insists that one of you must die.
Him. He should die.
Yes, him. No.
He's not one of us. He's an outsider, lowborn.
Please.
Tell your people what happened here. When they come forward with notions of retribution or ideas about returning the slave cities to their former glory, remind them what happened.
Shall we begin?
Have you ever been down here, Your Grace?
No, I can't say I have. I haven't seen these since Robert had them removed. They were his trophies. He couldn't keep them around, they would have made him look small. Sometimes he would come down here and look at them.
Balerion the Dread forged the Iron Throne and brought the Seven Kingdoms to heel. Powerful, but not invincible. One of Daenerys' dragons was wounded by spears in the fighting pit. They can be killed. The finest artilators and blacksmiths in King's Landing have been laboring day and night, Your Grace. If you kindly pull that lever.
The bastard of Winterfell. The dwarf of Casterly Rock. I believe we lost each other at the top of the wall.
You were pissing off the edge, if I remember right. Picked up some scars along the road.
I'm Tyrion Lannister.
Davos Seaworth.
Ah.
The Onion Knight. We fought on opposite sides at the Battle of Blackwater Bay.
Unluckily for me.
Welcome to Dragonstone. Our queen knows this is a long journey. She appreciates the efforts you have made on her behalf. If you wouldn't mind handing over your weapons.
And Sansa. I hear she's alive and well.
She is.
Sham marriage. And unconsummated.
I didn't ask.
Well, it was. Wasn't. Anyway. She's much smarter than she lets on. At some point, I want to hear how a Night's Watch recruit became king in the North.
As long as you tell me how a Lannister became hand to Daenerys Targaryen. My bannermen think I'm a fool for coming in.
Of course they do. If I was your hand, I would have advised against it.
But I'm not a Stark.
I'd say you get used to them. But you never really do. Come. I came down here to brood over my failure to predict the Greyjoy attack. You look a lot better brooding than I do. You make me feel like I'm failing at brooding over failing.
I'm a prisoner.
You're free to walk the castle, the beaches, to go wherever you want.
Except to my ship. The dead are coming for us all.
Why don't you figure out what to do about my missing fleet and murdered allies? And I'll figure out what to do about your walking dead men.
You probably don't believe me.
I do, actually. Mormont saw them. And you saw them. And I trust the eyes of an honest man more than I trust what everybody knows.
I need to help prepare my people for what's coming. I can't help them from here. Everyone told me to learn from my father's mistakes. Don't go south. Don't answer a summons from the Mad King's daughter, a foreign invader, a northern fool.
Children are not their fathers. Luckily for all of us. Daenerys could have sailed for Westeros long ago, but she didn't. Instead, she stayed where she was and saved many people from horrible fates. She's not about to head north to fight an enemy she's never seen on the word of a man she doesn't know. After a single meeting, it's not a reasonable thing to ask. So do you have anything reasonable to ask?
Dragonglass.
Yes, volcanic glass.
We just lost 2 of our allies.
Which is why I was speaking to Jon Snow, a potential ally. Apparently, it can be turned into weapons that kill White Walkers and their foot soldiers.
And what do you think about this army of the dead and White Walkers, Night King?
The reason I believe Jon Snow is because he's here. All of his advisors would have told him not to come. I would have told him not to come. Let him mine the Dragonglass. If he's wrong, it's worthless. You didn't even know it was here. Take a step toward a more productive relationship with a possible ally. Keep him occupied while we focus on the task at hand. Casterly Rock.
A knife in the heart for his people. Did you notice that?
You must allow them their flights of fancy. It's dreary in the north.
People thought dragons were gone forever, but here they are. Perhaps we should all be examining what we think we know. You know I'm not going to let Cersei stay on the Iron Throne.
I never expected that you would.
And I haven't changed my mind about which kingdoms belong to that throne.
I haven't either.
I will allow you to mine the Dragonglass and forge weapons from it. Any resources or men you need, I will provide for you.
So you believe me, then, about the Night King and the army of the dead?
You'd better get to work, Jon Snow.
What is it?
We took Casterly Rock.
That's very good to hear. All my allies are gone. They've been taken from me while I've been sitting here on this island.
We still have the largest armies.
Who won't be able to eat?
We still have enough ships to carry the Dothraki to the mainland.
Strategy has lost us Dorne, the Iron Islands, and the Reach.
If I have underestimated our enemies...
Our enemies?
Your family, you mean?
Enough with the clever plans. I have 3 large dragons. What kind of a queen am I if I'm not willing to risk my life to fight them?
A smart one.
I would never
I'm
presume
at war. I'm losing. What do you think I should do?
I never thought that dragons would exist again. No one did. The people who follow you believe that you can make other impossible things happen. Build a world that's different, but if you use them to melt castles and burn cities, you're not different. You're just more of the same.
I'm not abandoning my army.
You're the commander, not a damn infantryman. Those fuckers are about to swamp us.
We can hold them off. Go get it then. I can't shoot with one hand.
Take cover!
Flee, you idiot. Come on, boy. Come on.
I know what Cersei has told you. I'm not here to murder. And all I want to destroy is the wheel that has rolled over rich and poor. I offer you a choice. Bend the knee and join me, or refuse. And die. You will not kneel?
I already have a queen. When she murdered your rightful queen, and destroyed House Tyrell for all time. So it appears your allegiances are somewhat flexible.
She's lived here all her life. Murdered your own father. Then chose to support a foreign invader. One with no ties to this land.
You will not trade your honor for your life. I respect that.
Perhaps you could take the black, Your Grace.
You cannot send me to the wall. You are not my queen.
You will have to kill me too.
Step back and shut your mouth.
Son of Randall Tarly.
You are the future of your house. This war has already wiped one great house from the world. Don't let it happen again. Bend the knee.
I will not.
Nothing scrubs bold notions from a man's head like a few weeks in a dark cell.
I meant what I said. I'm not here to put men in chains.
You stop beheading entire
I'm not
families.
beheading anyone. Lord Randall Tarly, Dickon Tarly, I sentence you to die. Dracarys.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Gorgeous beasts.
They're not beasts to me. No matter how big they get, how terrifying to everyone else. They're my children.
You weren't gone long.
No.
And?
And I have fewer enemies today than I did yesterday. How many men did your army kill taking Winterfell back from the Boltons?
Thousands.
We both want to help people. Sometimes strength is terrible. Sir Davos said you took a knife in the heart for your people.
Sir Davos gets carried away.
So it was a figure of speech.
You can't. The most important person in the world can't fly off to the most dangerous place in the world.
Who else can?
No one. Can't break the wheel if you're dead.
So what would you have me do?
Nothing. If you die, we're all lost.
You told me to do nothing before and I listened to you.
No!
It's time to go, Your Grace.
A bit longer.
We can destroy them by burning them, and we can destroy them with dragon glass. If we don't win this fight, then that is the fate of every person.
It's a long way down.
Yeah. Crows keep telling me I'll get used to it.